Patrick had a dream about a cave filled with the treasures of ancient Egyptians, gold and silver. Deciding to take the risk, he entered the cave. He sat cross-legged, eyes closed, meditating and praying before the journey. Suddenly, he jerked awake. What's that? He rises, grabs a lantern, and ventures deeper into the cave. What is this? He stumbles upon a hidden chamber. Inside, old bones lie scattered. Lord have mercy. He examines the bones and finds a journal half buried. He begins to read it. They came for the prophecy. Buried them alive. The darkness. He didn't understand the text. Patrick's eyes widened as he heard a sound behind him. Who's there? Silence. He turns to leave, and the lantern flickers. You shouldn't have been here. Patrick runs as darkness swallows him, and the journal drops. He was terrified. Silence. The lantern lies on the ground, its light fading.
God, help me. The darkness in this cave is suffocating, and I can't breathe. I have to keep moving. My hands scrape against the rough stone until they hit something. It's that old journal again. The page reads, "The darkness consumes. Do not dig." What does that even mean? Suddenly, a low chanting starts, echoing all around me. What's happening? The voices get louder, and shadows dance at the edge of my vision. Then, silence. A whisper breaks the stillness. "Welcome, Patrick." I spin around, but there's nothing. Just a flicker of my lantern, and then a faint glow up ahead. As I get closer, I see it an ancient stone altar. A symbol carved into it begins to glow with a menacing red light. No, this can't be happening. The light pulses, brighter and brighter, and I know my fate is sealed.
Patrick's laughter echoes, distorted, then fades into heavy breathing. The cave is pitch black. I've been here all along. A faint light flickers. Patrick's face appears in a mirror-like pool of water on the cave floor. I didn't escape with it. Reflection ripples. Patrick's eyes turn black. His voice changes. The prophecy, the cave shakes. Ancient bones on the altar reassemble into a figure. You fulfilled it, Patrick. Patrick's face contorts. He screams, merging with the darkness. Silence. The cave is still. The symbol fades. A new sound, footsteps approaching. A lantern shines. Hello, Patrick. The lantern reveals Patrick's statue-like form, eyes black, holding the journal. The ancient altar inside the cave is where the 7 spirits used to sacrifice all those who came in search for treasures. And Patrick saw the spirit, and he was afraid. One of the spirit turned round and saw him, and said, "No human being enter into this cave and go out alive. He must be sacrifices." And the evil spirit moved closer to Patrick. And fear was all over Patrick, and he said to himself, "I am finished," and he closed his eyes to say his final prayers. As Patrick closed his eyes, he remembers that he has been in such situations before. He remembers the scent of old wood and incense enveloped him, bringing a sense of calm to his troubled mind. He had been struggling with dark thoughts and eerie feelings lately, and a friend had recommended he visit the wise and revered monk priest, Father Michael. The monk listened intently as Patrick shared his troubles, his eyes filled with understanding and compassion. When Patrick finished, Father Michael nodded thoughtfully and disappeared into the shadows, returning with a small, intricately carved wooden box. "Patrick, I sense that you are in need of protection," he said, his voice low and soothing. "The darkness that troubles you is not of this world. Take this crucifix necklace and wear it always." He opened the box, revealing a beautiful silver crucifix on a delicate chain. The monk gently lifted it out and placed it around Patrick's neck, making the sign of the cross. "May this symbol of love and sacrifice shield you from harm and remind you of the power of faith," he said, his hands lingering on the crucifix. "Wear it with courage, and know that you are not alone in your struggles." As the monk's words washed over him, Patrick felt a strange sense of peace settle within him. He thanked Father Michael and left the church, the weight of the crucifix a comforting presence on his chest. That night, as he lay in bed, he felt a faint whisper of malevolent presence, but the crucifix seemed to grow warm against his skin, and the darkness receded. From that day on, Patrick wore the necklace, and the evil spirit that had plagued him seemed to vanish, leaving him with a newfound sense of hope and protection. Suddenly Patrick opened his eye. He was surrounded by an unnatural darkness, and he knew he was not alone. The 7 evil spirits, summoned by the dark rituals of a long-forgotten cult, began to close in on him, their twisted forms writhed and twisted, their eyes burning with a malevolent hunger. Patrick's hand instinctively went to his chest, where the crucifix necklace hung, a gift from Father Michael. He grasped it tightly, feeling a surge of courage and faith flood through him. As he held the crucifix aloft, it began to glow with a brilliant, piercing light. The evil spirits recoiled, their wretched forms shuddering with pain. The light intensified, filling the cave with a radiance that seemed almost divine. The 7 evil spirits cowered, covering their faces as the crucifix's brilliant light seared their dark souls. They howled with rage and frustration, unable to even approach Patrick as long as he held the sacred symbol high. "You are not welcome here," Patrick declared, his voice echoing, steady and strong through the cavern. "Leave this place and never return." One by one, the spirits vanished by the raw power of the crucifix. The cave fell silent, the oppressive darkness retreating before the holy light of the necklace. Patrick stood tall, his heart filled with gratitude for the divine protection of his faith. As the crucifix's light faded, its warmth remained against his skin, a constant reminder of the incredible power found in courage and devotion. He knew his journey was far from over, but he was ready for whatever came next. Patrick ventured back into the cave, his heart racing with excitement. He had heard tales of the ancient Egyptian treasures hidden within, and he was determined to claim them. As he navigated the winding tunnels, he stumbled upon a chamber filled with gold, silver, and precious jewels. His eyes widened with wonder as he filled his massive bag with the treasures. With his loot in tow, Patrick made his way out of the cave. Blinking in the bright sunlight, he trudged through the forest, his bag heavy with treasure, until he came across a donkey grazing nearby. The donkey's gentle eyes seemed to welcome him, and Patrick gratefully climbed onto its back, the bag slinging over his shoulder. As they made their way to the village, news of Patrick's return spread like wildfire. The poor and needy gathered around him, their eyes shining with hope, and Patrick, with a heart full of generosity, handed out gold and silver to each and every one of them. The villagers cheered and blessed him, and soon, Patrick's fame spread far and wide. The villagers loved him for his kindness, and his girlfriend Lucy was overjoyed to see him return with such wealth. They got married in a grand ceremony, surrounded by the villagers, and soon welcomed 3 beautiful children. As they built a life together, Patrick and Lucy shared their wealth with the community, funding schools, hospitals, and charities. They became pillars of the village, and their love and kindness inspired others to follow in their footsteps. Years went by, and Patrick and Lucy grew old. Surrounded by their children and the people they had touched, they looked back on their journey, remembering the cave, the treasures, and the donkey that had changed their lives. And as they sat on their porch, holding hands, they knew that true wealth lay not in gold and silver, but in the love and happiness they had shared with the world.